Dissent is a catalyst for truth. In the rich tapestry of Islamic theology, the role of dissent has often been contentious. Many believers hold that dissent equates to heresy, threatening the very fabric of the faith. Yet the historical context and textual evidence suggest a more nuanced reality. The Quran itself encourages the pursuit of knowledge and reflection. In Surah Al-Mulk, verse 67-10, it warns against blind following, urging believers to use their reason and understanding. This suggests that questioning and dissent could, in fact, be aligned with Islamic teachings rather than opposed to them. Consider the example of Imam Abu Hanifa, a towering figure in Islamic jurisprudence. Born in 699 CE, Abu Hanifa was known for his rational approach to Islamic law, often dissenting from the prevailing opinions of his time. His school of thought, the Hanafi school, is today the most widely followed in the Sunni world. This historical precedent highlights that dissent can coexist with orthodoxy, enriching the faith rather than undermining it. However, dissent is not universally accepted. In some periods of Islamic history, dissenting voices have faced severe consequences. The Inquisition of Mihna, initiated by the Abbasid Caliph Al-Ma'mun in 833 CE, was an attempt to enforce a particular theological doctrine, specifically the created nature of the Quran. Scholars like Ahmad ibn Hanbal, who opposed this view, faced imprisonment and persecution. Yet Ibn Hanbal's steadfastness eventually led to the rejection of the Mihna, illustrating the endurance and eventual triumph of dissenting thought. The counter-argument often raised is that unchecked dissent can lead to chaos, fracturing the unity of the Ummah, the global community of Muslims. This concern is not unfounded. The emergence of numerous sects and interpretations throughout Islamic history, such as the Khawarij or the Qarmatians, showcases how dissent can sometimes lead to division and violence. However, it is crucial to differentiate between dissent that seeks to reform and strengthen the faith, and dissent that aims to disrupt and destabilize. The example of the Mu'tazilites, a rationalist school of Islamic thought, demonstrates how dissent can stimulate theological development. Flourishing between the 8th and 10th centuries, the Mu'tazilites emphasized reason and ethics, advocating for free will and justice. Although their influence waned, their intellectual legacy contributed to later Islamic philosophical traditions, proving that dissent can indeed be a catalyst for theological enrichment rather than heresy. Critics might argue that dissent undermines the divine nature of Islamic teachings, leading believers away from the true path. However, this view overlooks the dynamic nature of Islamic jurisprudence known as ijtihad, which requires scholars to engage with the texts actively and interpret them according to changing circumstances. The reliance on ijtihad illustrates that dissent is not only tolerated, but necessary for the ongoing relevance and adaptability of the faith. Moreover, the implications of dissent extend to human rights within Islamic societies. Dissent encourages dialogue and pluralism, which are essential for the protection of minority rights and the promotion of social justice. In modern contexts, as seen in countries like Tunisia, where post-revolutionary debates have open discussions on the role of Sharia in governance, dissent has been instrumental in promoting democratic principles and human rights. In conclusion, the evidence suggests that dissent, far from being heresy, plays a crucial role in the evolution and enrichment of Islamic theology. Historical records, the Quranic emphasis on reason, and the necessity of ijtihad all support the view that dissent is a vital component of a dynamic and resilient faith. To dismiss dissent as mere heresy is to overlook the historical and theological precedents that have shaped Islam into a rich and diverse tradition. Is dissent heresy or a path to deeper truth?